Hey everyone, Nathan here. Now, full disclosure, this is the second time we're recording this session. Just wait till the end of this video and you'll see what exactly happened. But having said that, I would love to introduce Craig. Craig, great to have you on the show.
Nathan, how are you doing? Thank you for having me. Last week was a little crazy. I appreciate your patience with me, but we're here now. Let's take advantage of the conversation we have at hand. How about that?
Absolutely, love it. So listen, we've been doing a lot of these videos on ISE. Obviously, we saw each other there. We're running around. I didn't get invited to your little powwow with Neil Fluster and the gang, so I'm upset about that, but it's okay. We were busy. I get it. So tell me, what was cool about ISE for you?
ISE is a device-centric show, right? It's an AV show, but what's really interesting about it is really embraced in the last 3 or 4 years the impact that unified communications is having on that device market. So you start seeing the presence of people like Zoom and Microsoft Teams. Actually, it was to the point that there's now a unified communications hall. And of course, the topic at hand there was AI. Now, I'm going to compare and contrast this. A couple of months earlier at CES, AI was what you saw on every banner, every billboard, every stand was those two letters. And it was present here at ISE, but what I liked about it was this. It was AI that was unseen because we're talking about devices and how they were implementing it. So start thinking about intelligent audio, intelligent video, and even behind the scene analytics, data that's being collected. So my key takeaway, one of the things I was excited to see was AI was going from this promise to the proof points that I think we need to see in market. Now, frankly, you and I know that intelligent video, intelligent audio has been around for a while, a couple of years, but the market is picking up on that. And the implications of large language models and some other AI technology are actually making it much better and much more dynamic and updating much more quickly. So what my hope is we've got some great devices available in market to our customers that they become aware and familiar with these technologies. And it gives them the confidence to start using them. I think you and I talked about this one time. There's intelligent cameras, but a lot of times people have this, and they don't even turn on that feature set.
Yeah.
Group framing, active speaker framing, things like that. And so just getting that level of comfort and confidence to do it is important.
I think it's night and day different than it was even just a few years ago. I think smart framing's been around at least a decade, maybe longer. Of course, the price point was a lot higher back in the day, right? So like things have come down considerably with the advent of USB bars and things like that. But the technology is so much better and we're just getting started.
Yeah, some of that smart switching. And that really is really nice because the nature of meetings in themselves have changed in the last 3 or 4 years, right? Yeah. It used to be we'd go into a conference room, somebody would stand in front, present to us, and we would absorb the information, send out the PowerPoint deck afterwards. But now meetings are dynamic, right? We're talking across the table to people. We're making decisions. If I'm presenting, I'm probably moving around the room. Having those intelligent camera features, intelligent audio features are actually proving themselves of value in this post-hybrid environment.
Agreed, 100%. Let's move on to Enterprise Connect. So that's coming up pretty soon. It's like end of March, right? In a couple of weeks?
It is, yeah, the week of the 25th.
So what are you looking forward to at ISE?
So Enterprise Connect is an interesting one. Now I have a session that I'm presenting there. We're going to be talking about data in the meeting rooms. But I was looking at the main stage keynotes, and if you look at some of these vendors that are coming up, Zoom, RingCentral, I think you're going to see a lot of talk around the promise of contact center and unified communications coming together. All these vendors have talked about the importance of contact center or contact center as a service, cloud-based calling. And now you're starting to see this idea of these use cases becoming more available, that people seeing UCaaS and CCaaS coming together. I'll give you an example. The technology is the same, right? There's a lot of communications where UCaaS is communications between employees, and contact center or customer experience is communications with customers. But these days you might have a trouble ticket and you need to escalate it to a subject matter expert, but it's not a typical call center employee. Now that they're on these similar platforms or similar technologies, you have the ability now to take this contact center experience and maybe pull it into that unified communications experience or vice versa. Having all that contextual information move over between the CC center and the UC element to allow for people to actually contribute to customer satisfaction. I think you're going to see a lot of that conversation going on. Now, is this in market, or I should say adopted as of yet? We'll see. I think we might see a little bit more sizzle and waiting for the steak to hit the plate. But
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, but I think it's very promising because these vendors have all talked about the technology is the same, the platform is the same. And now we're starting to see where the communications between employees that are non-customer facing and even customers can even be bridged if that's needed.
Wow. Back in the day, and this is not actually that long ago, I ran a contact center business, and I remember them showing me the promise of video contact center. But where does video in the contact center fit today? Did it take off? Is it not going to take off? Where do you feel that is at right now?
I don't feel like it has taken off as promised. That was a little bit ahead of the curve. I do think that there is opportunity on the horizon for that to take place again, too.
Okay.
Customers are becoming more educated. Customers are having more satisfaction in their experience when they're talking to support people quicker and sooner. There's a lot of AI being applied. Chatbots was the most basic one, but now there's a little bit more contextually aware AI taking place. I've seen some really great demos, things that are going to probably be talked about more at Enterprise Connect, that show this really great seamless experience of going from an AI-driven conversation with a customer to a real-time customer. And even in that use case, it showed the ability to provide the ability to escalate it to a video call if that was needed as well too. So that could potentially open up the idea that video becoming more of a customer endpoint communication modality is possible. We'll see. The phone is king when you're dealing with customers, it seems like. And so a lot of that information is now being pulled into this unified communications AI model, data lake of information.
Maybe someday. You're right. I just haven't seen too much of it at all in terms of video.
I have a really funny analogy to think about. I was just traveling last week. I have a 10-year-old son, Charlie. Charlie and I made the promise that we were going to call each other every day. 5 o'clock, I had an alarm go off. I get on my phone, I pull up my iPhone, and I'm like, Charlie, let's talk. And you know what we're doing? We're on video, we're FaceTiming.
Yeah.
So Charlie, as a 10-year-old, for him, the whole idea of having a call is video doing that. You and I, or maybe even people that are older than us, would think about a futuristic cartoon if I said the Jetsons. That was the future, looking at this. For Charlie, he's going to grow up contextually. That is the past. Video calls is the past, and that's the way it was. So it may not be here and now, but I still think there's a path forward to where video is going to be integrated into that type of seamless experience. You have to keep in mind, most time when customers are calling, they're upset. And it's a big step to put yourself out there physically, my own image to talk to a customer. So it's a bold move.
But you just get used to it, like you said. It becomes like second nature to you. You pick up the phone and you're looking at the phone. I'll share one little thing. So my dad, every now and then when I call him, and all I see is an ear. I'll see the ear up really close. I'm like, Dad, I'm on FaceTime. So if an 80-year-old something can do it and adapt really quickly, I'm sure the rest of the world can too.
But let me go back to your Enterprise Connect. I did focus on contact center being a lot of the keynote areas, but I do think we're going to see a continuation of what took place in Europe here in North America. And it's going to be the idea about the unseen AI being prevalent in what we're doing in meeting experiences. Again, we're going to continue to see a lot more around multi-camera solutions, intelligent camera solutions. Audio is going to continue to improve as new partners are being brought into the Microsoft and the Zoom ecosystems as well too. Frankly, there's a lot of great announcements that took place in Europe that some people may not have a chance to see.
Awesome. You have a fantastic time at ISE. I'll connect back with you after you get back. I'm sure there's going to be great learnings. Craig, just thank you. Thank you for taking some time. I know you're busy. I know you're traveling like crazy, but great to see you today.
See you too. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my thoughts.
Absolutely. All right, folks, until next time, have a great day.
Wait, don't close the door. Don't close the door. Wait up, wait.